North Korea just announced where in the U.S. they'll shoot their missiles first. This is awful. Paris Swade for Liberty Writers reports, Trump's challenge has been accepted. North Korean state-run KCNA news agency reported moments ago that North Korea will turn up the heat a notch. It warned that it would carry out a preemptive operation if the U.S. shows any sign of provocation.
This is a breaking news alert.
Got some urgent breaking news for you now. North Korea just announced where in the United States they'll shoot their missiles first. This is not good news. Paris Swade, Liberty Writers News, reports that Trump's challenge has been officially accepted. North Korean state-run KCNA news agency reported moments ago that North Korea will turn up the heat a notch. It warned that it would carry out a preemptive operation. I repeat, a preemptive operation if the United States shows any sign of provocation. We've got some insane video we're going to show you in a moment. Now, North Korea, they've warned that they are, quote, considering a strategy to strike Guam with mid to long-range missiles. That's according to Reuters. And as you know, United States nuclear bombers, they fly out of Guam, and they've been flying over the skies in South Korea, flexing their capabilities of striking North Korea's strategic bases. My friends, this is not going to end well. The question now on everybody's mind, should the United States do a preventative war? Is there even such a thing? Now here, listen to this. This is what President Trump said back in 1999 in an interview about launching a preemptive strike on North Korea. All right, here he is with Tim Russert on Meet the Press on NBC. Take a look.
One is North Korea, and you say that you, as president, would be willing to launch a preemptive strike against North Korea's nuclear capability.
First, I'd negotiate. I would negotiate like crazy, and I'd make sure that we tried to get the best deal possible. But look, Tim, if a man walks up to you on a street in Washington, because this doesn't happen, of course, in New York, but if a man walks up and puts a gun to your head and says, give me your money, wouldn't you rather know where he's coming from before he had the gun in his hand? And these people, in 3 or 4 years, are going to be having nuclear weapons. They're going to have those weapons pointed all over the world, and specifically at the United States. And wouldn't you be better off solving this really potentially unbelievable, and the biggest problem, I mean, we can talk about the economy, we can talk about Social Security. The biggest problem this world has is nuclear proliferation. And we have a country out there in North Korea, which is sort of wacko, which is not a bunch of dummies, and they are going out and they are developing nuclear weapons. And they're not doing it because they're having fun doing it, they're doing it for a reason. And wouldn't it be good to sit down and really negotiate something, and ideally negotiate? Now, if that negotiation doesn't work, you better solve the problem now than solve it later, Tim. And you know it, and every politician knows it, and nobody wants to talk about it. Jimmy Carter, who I really like, I mean, he went over there, it was so soft. These people are laughing at us.
The former general of the Air Force, Merrill McPeak, the former Secretary of Defense, Les Aspin, said you could not launch a preemptive strike against North Korea because the nuclear fallout could be devastating to the Asian Peninsula.
I'm not talking about us using nuclear weapons. I'm saying that they have areas where they're developing missiles.
No, but taking out their nuclear potential would create a fallout.
Tim, do you know that this country went out and gave them nuclear reactors free fuel for 10 years. We virtually tried to bribe them into stopping, and they're continuing to do what they're doing, and they're laughing at us. They think we're a bunch of dummies. I'm saying that we have to do something to stop.
But if the military told you, Mr. Trump, we can't do this.
You give me two names. You're giving me two names. I don't know. Do you want to do it in 5 years when they have warheads all over the place, every one of them pointing to New York City, to Washington, and every one of our... Is that when you want to do it, or do you want to do something?
It is absolutely amazing to hear those words from Donald Trump back in 1999. It shows the consistency of his message, that he is still on point. My friends, there appears to be a military conflict coming on the horizon. We've been staying in here for months. All right, the only good news out of all this is that the United States does have a THAAD anti-ballistic missile battery on the island of Guam. They state here, Steve Herman at W7VOA, after DPRK threat to attack Guam, the delegate in Congress from the U.S. territory now issuing a statement. So share this if you are praying for our president, praying for our troops, praying for our nation, because we're America. And you know what? The can has been kicked down the road long enough, and it appears we are not going to back down at this point. This is obviously the last thing Kim Jong-un will ever do, is fire a nuclear missile, because he knows it will be the end of him. We will fire back with a fury and force never seen in the world before, as Donald Trump stated. So what are your thoughts about this new target, Guam? What's the next step? Comment below, subscribe for updates. We'll see you at the next report. For the Next News Network, I'm Gary Franchi.
Badass shirt now available. Link in the description.
You possess the power to impact the global narrative. Please share this report, and to get more videos like this, become a Next News subscriber by clicking the link below. Thank you for watching the Next News Network.